and welcome back to my channel and to a new video. If you're new here, my name is Nicola and I make lifestyle videos. And today is the 31st of January. When you're watching this, I suspect it will be a few weeks in the future because I am filming today the start of our hallway. It's not renovation, we're not renovating anything. Redecoration is the best way to describe it. So I have decided to, just while we're in lockdown, to do some work on the house. I mean, we're in a fairly new house, it's 5 years old and doesn't really need work doing to it as such, but we have never really decorated any of it, apart from the children's bedrooms. We've done a bit of lick of paint here and there just to top up the white, but everything is white at the moment apart from their bedrooms. And yeah, we felt perhaps we needed a bit of colour and just to freshen up really. So if you saw my vlog from a couple of weeks ago, I did paint the woodwork downstairs. So I've done all the woodwork in the hallway and the door frames and a few other bits and pieces in the kitchen and things, and I decided I would paint the hallway and just redecorate, change some of the stuff that we've got on the walls, and yeah, just make it look a bit new. So I will show you what it looks like at the moment. Oh, you'll have to excuse if you can hear tapping. Phoebe, my daughter, is currently in a tap lesson in the room, in the playroom next door, so that's what you'll hear, to tap 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 while I'm talking, so excuse that please. Right, so this is the current hallway with dog. This carpet isn't usually here, this is usually in the playroom, but obviously she's tapping on the floor, so I've just rolled it up and stuck it here, so that wouldn't normally be here. As I've mentioned a few times before, this floor is being replaced at some point, I don't know when, but we're having a more of a lighter and a greyish colour, I think. We haven't chosen anything yet, but probably more this sort of colour here, but maybe a bit lighter than that. So I'm keeping this unit here, we keep shoes and stuff in there, and I've already replaced this. So this is a new basket. We used to have like a wooden crate in there, but because the bottom was open, whenever you put muddy wellies and everything in there, it all went on the floor and it didn't really hold everything, so this is a better option. So I've already replaced that. This is our paint that has been delivered. I'll talk about that a bit more in a minute. Roller skates, boots, trainers. This is always a bit of a general dumping ground. I also want to have this mat replaced, which probably will be done when the floor is done. So as you can see, it is all very white at the moment. There's the testers we've done on the walls. I'm going to get rid of this mirror and also this planner here, which I bought a few years ago in a HomeSense haul, I think I did, but we very, very rarely use it. It's like a whiteboard month at a glance thing. I certainly don't need it at the moment, and really we don't use it that much, so I'm going to replace that. I would love to do something with this because this is our fuse board, which needs to be closed, but yeah, it's not very attractive on the wall there. I don't know whether we can maybe box it in or something just to make it look a bit nicer. I'll have a think about that. And then I've got a few little signs and things that I'm going to swap out. I'm moving away from this sort of country type theme that we had. This was really left over from our old house, which was more of a cottage style. I mean, it was a new house, but it was more of a cottage style home, and they fitted well in that house, but it doesn't fit so well here. I'm going to keep this. I might change out the photos though. And this is so these were the paint samples we looked at, and we have decided on this one, which is Drop Cloth by Farrow and Ball, and I haven't bought Farrow and Ball. I've got it mixed, the colour, by the Decorating Centre online, which is a lot cheaper. In our last house, we had someone decorate for us the house just before, well, about a year before we moved, and we used Farrow and Ball colours for all of the paintwork, but he got it all mixed, much cheaper. I think we used Johnston's paint. I can't think who we've used this time, I'm not sure, might be the same. But yeah, so we've gone for that colour. I think it's going to make it dark, but it's already quite dark. I mean, I don't think it doesn't really show on camera. When this door is open, obviously it lets a bit more light in, but it is already a dark hallway. So I'm just embracing the dark, and we're just going darker again. It will make it dark. It would be nice at some point to perhaps replace this front door with something with some glass in, just to let a bit more light in. but that we may or may not do that. But yeah, I'm getting rid of this mirror and putting in a round one with a black like frame, and then I need to do some sort of feature wall here, maybe with some photographs or prints. And then we've also bought a radiator cover to go here, slightly longer than the radiator, to fit there, to make with a nice shelf on top. And I've bought a grey one. Not 100% sure whether I'll keep it grey. I may paint it the same colour as the wall. I may paint it white. I may just leave it as it is. I'm not sure. But the grey option was cheaper than the white one, so I just bought a grey one. But that will go there. So yeah, that's the plan for this little space. So I'm going to start by taking off all the decor. Oh, I also need to order something, a light fitting for up here, and I'm not sure what yet. I want something sort of black and metal and a bit industrial looking, I think, but I'm not sure what yet. I've been having a look, and I find it really hard to buy things online for home decor. I like to see it and touch it and feel it and imagine it in the place, and you know, size wise and everything. I find it really hard to buy online. So that's why this video may take a while, because I don't know how easy it will be to buy all the bits that I need to put in this area, but we'll see. I may be able to do it. So yeah, today I'm going to start by stripping all the bits off the walls and start by painting. So that's exciting. Hello, it is now the next day. It is Monday and it is 20 to 2, and I'm just about to start the painting. So I was going to do it some yesterday, but actually once I removed all the pictures and the mirror and everything, realised that the wall was full of holes which all needed filling. So we have done that, filled all the holes, sanded them down. I've prepared all of the walls and dusted them and cleaned them and added all frog tape. So ordinarily I would probably just paint all this by eye and hope that I could cut in, but seeing as this is our hallway and an area that we spend a lot of time in, and the first thing people see as they walk in the house, I thought it would be better to do it properly. So I have used frog tape to cover all of the skirting, to do the ceiling and round the door and round the door frames, because I'm not the neatest painter, I will say. I like to slap it on and let's go. So yeah, so I thought it was better just to be safe and frog tape everything so that it's clean lines and yeah, looks a bit more professional. So I've taken a bit more time to do this. So I'm going to start with this wall over here, because this one has the radiator on it, which the heating has just been on, so it's quite warm. So, and I need to take that off. I can just lift it off and rest it on the floor, but I need to take that off to paint. So so I'm going to leave that and do that bit last. I'm going to do all around this wall. I'm going to do, we haven't sanded this one yet, so I can't do that one just yet, but I'll start up here and paint along and then around the other side. I don't know how long it will take. I've got my paint all set up. I saw somewhere someone do this and put foil in the tray so that it's easier to clean afterwards. So hopefully that's a good thing. I've done it. So we'll see how we get on.
I'm bored to death on the job. I'm sick of walking this dog. It's like I live in a fog. Tonight I want something new. I feel the need to get rude. I'm tired of watching the tube. Oh, God, I need some fast relief. So, hey, baby, please, now won't you tell me you feel the same and you want someone to turn it all around and let you freak. Now it's on. Let's go, let's go, let's go all the way. I want you tonight, 'cause I wanna get my dirty freak on, alright. Let's go, let's go, let's go all the way. I want you tonight.
Okay, so first coat is done. It's well, on this wall at least. It's going to need another coat, definitely, but I'm really chuffed. I love the colour. I'm not 100% sure what to do here yet, so I'm just leaving this one white for now. We'll have to make a decision. I think what we might do is live with it here for a while when it's finished, and then decide whether or not we want to take it up the stairs, because that's going to be a much harder job, because obviously the ceiling's a lot higher. But yeah, I'm really happy with it so far. So I'm just going to carry on and do round on this side now.
'Cause I wanna get my dirty freak on, alright. Get my dirty freak on tonight. take it no more. Seems like I've been here before. Oh God, I need some fast relief, like 3 stacks of pancakes and a day of TV, and I'm already ready to go and be gone. So come on, bring the heat on, let me know that it's on. Let's go, let's go, let's go all the way. I want you tonight, 'cause I wanna get my dirty freak on, alright. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hello, it is now the next day. It is Tuesday morning and I'm just about to give the hallway a second coat. So I'll show you what it looks like now. Without going close up, it probably looks like it doesn't need it, but especially around the edges, the paint didn't take too well. It's like an acrylic paint. It's quite weird as it goes on. It's really thick, but then on the edges, you won't be able to see. It's not even going to focus. There's lots of sort of white bits. So I'm going to give it another coat. I have chosen some lights. Unfortunately, the one for here isn't going to be here for a couple of weeks, which is really annoying, but I've chosen a similar one for the kitchen to go here to create some continuity through, which I thought would be really nice. I've chosen, I think, a mirror for here, and potentially on this wall, we've got 2 options. I've seen a clock that I quite like, which would look quite nice, but also we quite fancy a neon sign, which would be a bit out there, but would be fun and would also create some light. But they are super expensive, so we're mulling that one over at the moment. You'll know by the end of this video what we chose, but yeah, so today I'm just going to repaint this, and I'm going to build the radiator cover and put that up. It is grey, so I'm not 100% sure how it's going to go with this wall. If it's a similar colour, it might be okay if it's close enough, or if it's different enough. If it's similar but not similar enough, it might need to be painted, and I might have to go and get like a tester pot of satin wood in this colour to paint it, but we'll see when I've built it how it looks. But yeah, I've done all of this and I've also done this bit here, so at the moment I'm going to leave this wall white. It will need painting anyway, but I'm not sure whether to paint it this colour or leave it white at the moment, so it'll stay like this for now. Just concentrate on this area. So yeah, I'm just going to paint that now. Right, and as if by magic, the second coat is done. I think it looks fab. You probably can't really see the difference, to be honest, but it does look really different if my camera could be bothered to focus. There we go. So yeah, all finished now. So I'm just going to leave it to dry for an hour or so longer before I take off the frog tape, and then I've kept the paint all out just in case, because there's bound to be some touching up needed to do where I've missed bits on where the tape is, but otherwise it is done. So I'm really pleased with that. So I'm going to get out the radiator cover, which is there, and I'm going to build that now, and hopefully it won't need any painting or anything, and it'll just fit there perfectly and look wonderful. Fingers crossed. And the radiator cover is done. It actually was really simple to do, and we've managed to attach it to the wall, so it is very sturdy. Just gives a nice sort of focal point, and actually I'm really happy with the colour. I don't think we need to paint it. I think it's fine as it is. It just looks like a very slightly darker shade of what's on the wall, so yeah, I like it. Just need to get my mirror up, and then something for over here and something for here. So what I'm going to do now is just tidy up and take off all of the frog tape, and hopefully I won't need to do too much touching up once I've done that. But yeah, I'm really happy so far with how it's looking. There we go, all clean and tidy and done for now. I think we have decided that we are going to paint all of this as well, but I do need to do all the woodwork first, so that's going to be a bit of a lengthy job because we need to solve all the and sort all the cracks that are going down here. So that all needs to be done first, so that's a more long-term job. But this for now is all done. I mean, everywhere else is a complete and utter tip, but the hallway looks lovely. So now I'm going to tidy up in my office, and then I'm going to do some shopping. Do some online shopping and find myself a nice mirror and buy my lights and get everything ordered and make a decision about this wall and what we're going to do with that one. And I will see you next probably when it's almost finished. And hello, it is today it's Tuesday the 6th of April. So a good just over 2 months since I first filmed the first clip of me starting to decorate the hallway. So the completion of the hallway has just been delayed because of a piece of some wire words that I was waiting for to go on the wall, and they took a long time to arrive, a lot longer than I had anticipated, and so I just wanted to wait until they'd arrived before I filmed how it looked. So yeah, I will show you now what it looks like, and yeah, I'm excited to see what you think. So this is what the hallway looks like now, and it's a little bit dark. Well, I've got all the lights on because I've got both this door and this door closed because I didn't want to distract from what's been done, because it's a mess in there and it's a mess in there at the moment. So yeah, just wanted to show you what it looks like, nice and clean and tidy. So over here on this wall we've got the mirror that I bought from Dunelm, and really happy with that. It's quite heavy. We had to make sure we hung it, found the batons on the wall, so we couldn't hang it exactly central to the wall, so we made it essential to the radiator cover, and we pushed this along slightly. I bought a longer radiator cover than needed for the radiator. It was only a really small radiator, so it worked quite well that way. So it is just about central to that, to enable that to stay on the wall, because we've had issues before in this house where things have fallen off the wall because the walls are so thin. So yeah, got that. Over here on the radiator cover I've got this, which I showed in a Home Bargains haul ages ago, but was from there, and this little candle, which is actually a Mrs. Hinch one, and I bought that in Tesco. And then over here I've got a little bowl. In fact, this bowl was from Tesco. It's still got the label on it. It's a Fox and Ivy one, and this has still got Easter eggs in from my Easter decor. I've got this, which I bought from Poundland, and this star. I couldn't decide what I wanted for this, to decorate this sort of area with. I wanted something with a little bit of height. This isn't actually as big as I would have liked. I think it looks fine. I would have liked the next size up, but when I was going to buy it, it said 30 centimetres, and in my head I was thinking, oh yes, school ruler, and I sort of pictured how long that was. And then when it arrived and it was this size, I thought, but that's not 30 centimetres, and I measured it and it absolutely is. So I just think I thought 30 centimetres was longer than it is. But anyway, I bought this from Getting Stuff Done in Heels. you can get them everywhere. I got it from her website. She's on Instagram, but I got it from her website. She sells loads of really lovely home decor pieces, just the odd little pieces. And she does barn stars in all different sizes and colours, which are lovely. I wanted a black one. You can get them from all over, but I kind of trusted her. I just wasn't sure what I was getting. There were so many different types on eBay and on Etsy, and they vary so much in price. But I kind of trusted her and kind of thought I'd be getting something that would be good, and it is good. And so I like that, but it's a little bit smaller than I had anticipated, but that's fine. I will leave it there, and I may get a bigger one in the future at some point. So that's that. And then around here, I've got my picture ladder, which we've had forever. I might change these pictures because they're quite colourful ones. I might put some black and whites in there, but I like them. They're from a holiday, some lovely memories from a previous holiday. So I'm quite happy with those at the moment. And the clock, which I got from Amazon, I will link it below. I did put it in my Amazon haul ages ago. I did like an Amazon haul, and it was in that, so I'll link that haul, and I'll also link the clock below as well. And then just around this side, so I've got my light up here. This came from Dunelm. It also matches the ones we've got in the kitchen. You see those ones there. So we've got those, so it's kind of it follows through. So really happy with that. And then I've just got this we've had, my basket needs straightening out. This we've had since we moved into this house. It matches our furniture up in the lounge as well. It was just from a local furniture shop. And the basket, which I also got from Amazon, which I will link as well below. And then last but not least is these wire words that I had made for this wall. So I think I mentioned at the beginning of this video that we had contemplated getting a neon sign to go here, and although I still feel that would have looked fab, I think it's quite a big investment. It was over £200 we wanted one that said basically this. It would have been in white, but then we would have had to have got the electrics to avoid having like a wire hanging down. We would have had to put them into the wall and then drop it down and then get a hole to come out and plug it in down here. I didn't know how often we would actually have it switched on, and I just thought for the money it was going to cost, I think as much as it would have looked fab, I don't know how long we would have liked it for. And if we're not going to be here forever, you know, I just felt that, yeah, it was a big investment. So we decided to do a similar thing, but with wire words instead. So this I had made by a company called In Other Words Designs. I found them on Google. They are on Instagram. I will link them below. And it was a much more, I think this cost £55, I think, for the whole thing. And well, it was less than that, it was 40 something pounds. And then I had the little heart added as well. But yeah, so it was, you know, in comparison to how much it would have cost for a neon sign, I think it's fab, and I'm really, really happy with it. So that just goes there above there. So as you walk in the front door, it greets you with "so glad you're here," and I'm really happy with that. And then I think maybe I might get a picture for here at some point. I don't know what. It was hard enough to come up with that, so what I would put there I don't know, but at the moment I'm just leaving it bare. But yeah, so that's that. And then I did decide to paint up the stairs. So my little friend sat on his favourite step. So yeah, we've gone all the way up and just around to the top here. And we've stopped there, so I've just carried it round. I have got a nice big picture to go up here as well, and I'm actually really happy. I did have to, so I painted all of the woodwork, and I had to dig out the previous efforts really, and we couldn't fill it in, so we had to fill in with filler and then plaster and all sorts. But I think it's come up really nicely. It looks nice and clean and fresh now. And yeah, I love this colour on the walls. It's definitely got a sort of a greeny tinge to it. I didn't think it was going to be. I thought it was going to be of more of a beige colour, but it's definitely got a greeny tinge to it. But I actually really like that. So yeah, I'm super happy with the results, and I just think it gives a nice welcome as you come in the house. So I hope you liked this video and you like our little hallway transformation. I think it makes a real difference when you enter the house, from the previous sort of white walls that there were before to this. It's just a lot more welcoming and cozy and warm, which is really nice. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment down below, subscribe if you're not already, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines.